This was definitely a major chapter. Even though we didn't get a lot of action, we did get some story, and I gotta admit, I feel bad. Hope you enjoyed this squad. And this is Solomon Adams giving a latest review on Attack on Titan chapter 22. And finally, we get the rizzle of why a big mystery has happened. Like, remember that one character, Marco, who died back in the first Attack on Titan? Like right after what the Colossal Titan appeared for the second time. I'll explain. The situation is this. Uh, okay, after what happened with the first attack, and after what happened during the first attack, Reiner and Bertolt, they were talking. They found out that Eren has the Titan power. They were coming up with a plan, saying that I'm going to use my Titan to get rid of him. They were already planning all the way back then to kidnap Eren so they can get his Titan power. However, in the middle of the conversation, and Marco, he showed up. Marco showed up. Hold up, he showed up and overheard the conversation. It was something strange. Like he heard the words that said something strange, about Mark, about their conversation. Like, what do you think about my Titan? Titan, like they. At first, thing he didn't understand because he probably he was thinking about mistaking them. Thinking about it because there were some thoughts in their head because them saying that crap out loud because they thought they were alone, but when Marco just showed up, it ruined everything for them. Like they had their cover blown. Well, not extremely, but not all the way blown. But thinking about it, at first, they tried to convince Marco, to let it go. They were just joking because right now they're in some bad times. They're attacked by some enemies, so well, it's pretty messed up. But then things get a little bad. How bad? They knew that Marco heard something, and after finding out that Eren and is a human that can transform into a Titan, Marco started thinking if there are humans that can turn into Titans, then they're already inside the walls, like Eren. So that thoughts. Then right there out of nowhere, Reiner attacks him. Straight up from behind. And this is a major spoiler, so prepare to be spoiler. I'm giving you a spoiler alert right now, and I've already spoiled too much already. Like, Reiner's the kind of guy that like over exaggerates and freaks out, like literally. Like when it comes to him and a chance to eliminate an enemy, a potential enemy, he jumps. I'm right at him. Like he doesn't want him to live. Like, and he's willing to kill Marco, but to make sure to keep him quiet. Hey, like seriously, like things get very bad for them. Yeah, now that they know that their cover is blown. Now, and Marco, he didn't even. Hell, he was just a kid. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was just a kid. And they killed him, like literally. They let him die. I'm like how? Like right at while they were holding Marco down, Annie shows up. Then Annie help us, like help us. But he's wondering why, like basically, like Marco. So he even asked Annie for help, and she just sits there staring at them because she knows that it wasn't her fault that cover were blown. Because Annie knew all about them. This is like further proof that Annie knew about Reiner, Potopi, and Titan. I mean, they're all allies. I mean, they're all Titan shifters. So they knew the truth. Ooh, so we need to know about their relationship, but they know that now we know that their relationship goes way, way back. We knew that something was definitely very wrong. How wrong? I'll give you the details now, but later. Like Annie, like she even asked, like Reiner, he even asked Annie to like take away Marco's ODM gear to keep him from moving, like so he wouldn't escape because this is Titan approaching. Like this is seriously messed up. Like they want to keep their secret so badly that they're willing to kill Marco, a kid, just keep his mouth shut. And like Annie, she doesn't want to. And she wants to. She knows what to do, but she doesn't want to see Marco die. But then, Reiner pulls out that father card. Her. We don't know a lot about Annie's father, but we know that something happened between her and her father. That her father, Like, if you guys watch the original, if I read the manga or watch the original Attack on Titan, then you know why. Like, Annie has a great deal of love for her father. Even though she hasn't seen him all this time. She says she hope like, and he used that as a bait to like motivate her. Like, if you don't do this now, you'll never get to see that father you care about again. Like, he used her feelings for her father to manipulate her into doing the deed, like take off her gear. We knew that there was something wrong with Marco because his death was beyond ordinary. Like, for example, when John found him after the second attack, what hap- after what happened in Tross, you know, half his body was gone. It was definitely messed up, and his only M gear was missing. Yeah, and it was Armin who discovered that Annie had the M gear as Marco because he helped Marco made it. So there was no proof. There was definitely proof that she killed him and to get his only. Yeah, but how did she kill him? Now we got further proof why. Now we got further proof. Yeah, she definitely killed him. Yeah, even though it looks like she didn't want to. She was definitely wanted to kill him. She had no choice to kill him to keep her cover. These guys just ran off as the Titan was approaching. No, Marco, he was just a kid. Hey, he asked them to wait and stop, and he cried his eyes out, saying, "Hey, we haven't even talked about this yet." He was just a kid. He was just a kid. He didn't, and it was obvious he didn't have the making of being a soldier. He was just a kid. And I know he probably became soldier because of less traditional reasons, but he was just a boy who didn't understand what was going on. And one of the things I hated the most was Ryan as they were killing, as they were literally leaving Marco to die. Right? That says this is what makes us warriors. No, it's what makes you murderers. You sick bastard. You are a sick bastard, and I hope Reiner gets killed. Dead ass, because he's the one that did this. He's the one who helped. He's the one who threw the first punch. It's their fault. Like, I hope they die seriously. Because not only for the good of humanity, but for them being bastards. Yeah, especially Reiner, who's a dick. Man, like, I remember what Aaron said, like, about that Aaron looked up to him, for support, and it turns out he was the traitor and helped kill his mother, because they broke the walls, and then you get later a conversation between them and their leader, the Gorilla Titan. And the Ape Titan, like the Gorilla Titan, he's basically their general. We get to see his face more. We get to see more of his face. He kind of looks like that commander guy, from the military police, the one who helped oust, the council. I did that nasty bug chuck to that guy. That made me kind of sick. I didn't want to see some nasty ass crap like that. It made me literally want to vomit. I hope to God they don't put that in the anime. But knowing them, they'll probably do it just to freak people out. It's pretty messed up. And stuff. Like, we get to see them in their conversation, Now that the cover's blown, they were talking about the decision on what to do next. Now, they're waiting inside either, either, either Walmaria for the enemy. They know what to do. They're expecting something. But one of the things they have to know is Annie. Knowing that Annie is in the enemy hands, they want, some of them wants to go after them, but they want to leave Annie. Because they think Annie can take care of herself. Because now Annie is in enemy hands, and she's not being tortured, but at the same time, she can't escape. Like, she's in a difficult position right now. So it's like a big problem for them. It's a big deal for them. And as the enemy, they got notice from, that Titan that crawls on its hind legs and holding barrels, and they get a signal from him. They get a signal from him that the enemy is approaching. So basically, they do have some intelligent Titans on their side, and these Titans, are used at their advantage. And so yeah, they get to learn their answer. This answer is this. Like it's definitely messed up. These guys are willing to do everything they can to to achieve their objective. What is their objective? for 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 total domination, like to destroy the human race. It's like it's obviously that they hate humans, but it's obviously there's something else to that. They want to put an end to this cruel world in a big way. Is their will to populate the planet with Titan shifters that be eaten, or is it something else? Something else that I do not understand. And as they're getting ready for the onslaught of the enemy approaching, uh, both Reiner and Batot they separate. Hey, they separate. Like this is the beginning of their separation. Like apparently, Reiner, he's always been the one in charge, like making the decision, making hasty and moves. But he wants Marco to think on his own and not think of him as a burden. Because they want to end this. They want to end this fight. Right? End this, this fight. They want to end this very badly. They want to end this, but they're willing to do whatever means necessary to do so, even if it means fighting to the death or killing some kid like Marco. But I could see in their eyes, or when they saw Marco being eaten like that, and they some of them were hesitating. They killed Marco was just a kid, and I never hated so many. Never had personal grudges. I never voiced my opinion on what characters I like or don't like. But I definitely hate Reiner. I definitely hate Reiner. I hate Bateau too, but I hate Reiner the most because he helped kill Marco. Oh, I hope to God that he dies. Guys. And then finally we get some flashback back to the, like to the real world. How we get to see after the thunder spike worked, right, half of Reiner's face is blown off, like face is blown off. Like we thought he was dead, he was definitely gonna be dead, but things are not so good, are not good for them, are definitely not good for them. Cause somehow, remember we saw their Titan power like a while back, where Reiner he has the ability to move his internal organs and to make sure that his body he survives a fatal blow. It's this is another Titan power. He can survive, he can survive this, for a short period of time. It's definitely messed up when you think about it. It's definitely creepy. Like how his Titan body moves and creates a loud roar. And that's a signal that Bertolt has been waiting. He's been hiding in one of those barrels that crawling Titan's been hoisting around. He's been hiding inside of that the entire time. The entire fight, he's been hiding inside of that. And that's definitely messed up. And how Gorilla Titan, he froze Reiner. So when he transforms, it creates a huge shockwave that literally destroys everybody. And he lands on something with such force. And that's how the chapter ends, we get. I like this chapter a little bit, but at the same time, I feel sad because we get to learn the death of a character from Attack on Titan. That that he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and it was not his fault. So his death was people he thought who were friends, and they let him die. That just proves how messed up that world is. Attack on Titan is. It's really messed up. I hope Reiner gets killed. I swear to God. I don't care if it's Aaron, Mikasa, or Levi. Somebody kill him. I swear to God. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. What did you think of this chapter? Did you like it? Did you hate it? When did you do your video? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What did you think of me? Did you like me? Did you think I voiced in my opinion too much? But I gotta admit, that's what you probably think. But then again, they killed they killed Marco, who was a kid, and he was crying, and he begged for help, and they just ignored him. So if you think I overreacted, that's your opinion. If you don't think I didn't overreact, then tell me what you think. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Comment. Thank you. This is gave my latest review of Attack on Titan, chapter 77. Messed up. Bye.